there's going to be a lot of noise in the area, so I'm going to mute the mic and I'll only talk when something happens that I want to talk about. Alright, see ya.
About time we hit those mines. Next up is the mainframe, right?
Yep. It should be in the Nexus Tower.
Environmental optimization sequence in progress. Entering low gravity environment. Please proceed with caution.
This is gonna take some getting used to.
Everything feels kind of floaty.
You know, I was wondering if you went out on the moon's surface, but yeah, here we go.
Phew, I can see the Nexus Tower.
So that's where Edis is. It's pretty far off. Wish we had a shuttle or something. Tell me you got something. The tower's right there. Why we gotta take the long way around? Nothing new, but ugh. Things sure feel different when the gravity shifts.
How's it different?
Well, my thrusters push us farther, but they're harder to control.
Seems like an upgrade to me.
Tell me you got something.
I think it's a mod. Might be good to have. Let's go check it out.
Sorry, I just got distracted. I'm all good.
I bet we could use those platforms to get across.
Use your thrusters and see if you can make it. Partially clean. That can help you keep going, even if you get hit. Blast away and watch those bots kaboom! How are we gonna get over there?
No idea. My thrusters alone won't cut it. Let's look for another way. You skittery son of a...
Here it comes! Look out! Move, you! Let's keep things up.
Guess it's my turn.
Here it comes! Look out! You!
Take this! Skittery son of a...
Linking the enemy! Here it comes! Look out!
Yes!
You!
I owe you. Yeah, take this!
Partially clean.
Container? Okay. That could do the trick.
Perfect.
Warning. Unauthorized presence detected in the mining zone. Luna Digger. Halt mining protocol and remove these intruders.
Hugh? Something's coming!
What the? Look at the size of that! Huh? So that's the Luna Digger, huh? Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare.
Don't step on the sand. I think it can detect your biorhythms through the soil.
Can't we get rid of this stuff?
No, at least not yet. Be careful! Stay away from those dust clouds! Move, Hugh! I got it! Be careful!
No, I can't!
I'll try hacking it!
Hurry!
Did it!
Next to you.
Stay away from those dust clouds! Get ready!
Back in a sec. And back. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Stay away from those dust clouds! What should we do? That Luna Digger came out of nowhere.
Let me guess. Edith built these damn worms too, didn't it?
Oh, Luna Diggers have been helping out at the cradle for ages. They spend all day mining Lunam.
Man, the suits making decisions around here really rub me the wrong way.
Hey, you. How are humans and bots different? I get we were made differently. Our bodies, our materials, our functions.
Yeah, there's all that, but for starters, humans got a soul.
And I don't?
Well, I don't know. Actually, wait a sec.
Where can I find one? Hey,
Didn't you have any human friends hanging around here at the cradle?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. Maybe if I did have a friend, I wouldn't have ended up in the vault.
Hey, don't worry about it. There's a ton of people on Earth, and I'm sure you'll meet a bunch you like, and maybe a few you won't.
Okay, I can't wait!
Sorry, I'm just really distracted, everyone. Probably shouldn't have started a stream yet. It's all good. It's all good. I'll make it work. Also, I was trying to defeat that Luna Digger thing, and that was a bad idea, because it turns out you can't really beat it until you get to the boss fight with it. Which I knew would probably be the case, but I thought, it might be, you know, a bit of, what do you call it, Dark Souls-esque, defeat a boss early sort of stuff.
Hi there, little one.
Here we go! Ow! Watch out! Ah, I got hit, but I'm okay. Leave it to me, sir. I'll make sure all the lights are green. Look! Look! This is great! Oops. There it goes. I'm so good at this!
Did you hack the car or something?
Yep. I got the hang of it. It's super easy. There's only two things it can do. Stop and go.
Pretty much the same as real cars.
Really? Then maybe I can drive a real car too. I want to try.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about that. Let's not. Turns out there are not many catbots on the moon.
I know, but there should be. Did you know animal bots can function on the moon just like me?
Are you for real? Talk about a waste of R&D.
No, it's not. Cats walking on the moon would be cute, but they probably don't want to walk around here. Oh yeah, I have a question about that globe. There's all these lines all over it. Isn't that annoying for the people who live there?
Actually, those lines aren't really there. They're just boundaries between countries. Humans have spent centuries making those up. And getting rid of them will probably take twice as long.
Hugh, you said that you were adopted, right?
Yeah. When I was young, I was in an orphanage.
Orphanage?
I guess I was about your age when my parents took me in.
Is that different from a regular family?
I couldn't tell you what regular is, but they loved me all the same. That alone was enough.
Just gonna skip some of the unnecessary fights. But yeah, won't fight the worms. I wish I could talk more. One of my favourite movies of all time is Tremors, and I'd love to talk about it more. But yeah, this is basically Tremors. I don't know if you know there was a Tremors game that was made, fan game. I don't think it had official
Couldn't have just stuck with digging, could you?
I don't think it normally attacks humans.
But yeah, here's also our inquiry regarding expedition bot safety. The R&D team process the following statements. First, the novel's question is equipped with the biometric ID systems programmed to prioritize the awareness of living beings, blah blah else. Additionally, it's reinforced to not only withstand sort of British, but also shows the negligible.
Thought these things were built to steer clear of people.
They are. But that system's now what's tracking us.
Guess we have Edis to thank for that, too.
Whoa.
Stop skittering around!
Overdrive protocol, on standby.
Yeah, it's technically a form of cheating.
Right
I
on!
don't care. Whoa!
Get off!
Now!
Boom! Headshot. Door locked. Is there a control for? Ooh. Lucky I looked around. Oh, hello. This is the ground worm.
Get ready! Missile spotted!
Oh. Oh shit. What was that? Oh, that's the missile.
Right back at ya!
Fuck.
Yeah!
Oops. I tried doing a small jump, but it went a bit higher than I
I
thought.
can't wait to get back to the shelter.
Oops.
Should we take a break?
Impact enemies as doors a barrier block some enemies.
We gotta be careful when the barrier goes offline.
Safe rest and Asian mining zones are assigned each morning for your safety. Remain within approved areas at all times. If you have lost your way, stay clear of the facility on track hunting. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Luna Digger's gone berserk. I checked and they said the units of binary so not working or worse. It's been corrupted to target humans instead. Just leave it to eat and stick into the system. So yeah, that's the
We'll
problem.
just have
People
to make
start
our way
trusting
through the
machines
facility.
too much.
Guess we're taking the long way around.
It's weird how many people say stupid retardo shit about fucking technology. Oh, it shouldn't do this, or it shouldn't do that. Oh. I'm like, yeah. It's like automated cars. You know, the fucking self-driving and shit. And I've watched how they program it, and it's fucking disgusting. They don't teach the car. So a human learns to drive, right? So we learn through a series of actions, learning how to accelerate and brake and turn and signals, and you know, and then you taught about traffic and all that sort of stuff. Automated cars are not taught any of that. Okay, they're taught to react to situations and systems. Now, people will say that's better. It's like, no, because the car doesn't learn to actually drive. If a car learned to drive like a human, it would work because, well, not work, it would work a lot better because it would have a fundamental understanding of the systems. Because it's reactive, if it reacts the wrong way, it just continues that wrong action. So that's why you see like Teslas and fucking other automated cars and shit suddenly driving on the wrong side of the road because they won't cross the white line in the center of the road instead of correcting the fact that it's now going against traffic. So the other day there was a car that had Tesla had a head-on collision after driving for like I think it was in America, so it was 5 miles on the wrong side of the road. And they couldn't get it to go back to the correct side of the road because it literally is like, I can't cross the white line. It crossed the white line by accident because it was ignoring it for some reason, then wouldn't cross back over, and then head-on collision with a car. Like, because the system couldn't react in time, even though it's supposed to be instantaneous. Like, yeah, it was fucking stupid. And people say, oh, that didn't happen. And I go, okay, so the news report about it and all of the information about it and the video from inside the car that was on YouTube, none of that happened. Okay, cool. It's all AI generated, I guess. But, yeah. It's a video from actually 2 years ago, but they've been in a legal fight with Tesla about it. and they've only been able to release the footage like I think it was like 4 months ago. But yeah, but there was no news on it because there's so many shit like this with the Tesla that it's yeah. Anyway, sorry. Lunar diggers have sensed a human tragic accident occurred recently. Following the latest sensor update, all systems are confirmed the original work will continue. Schedule was carrying impact barriers during the outside activity. Generated by new barriers. Lunar digger says it is an unextractable object, allowing you to temporarily ward them off. So yeah, come up with a solution to a problem. Well,
Back!
Don't get excavated, okay?
We need to work on your jokes.
right. So did that. Okay, it is raising and lowering. Good to know. Cool. Oh, there's a hack thing. Oh. Lucky I looked around, I didn't even notice that.
Use that if you want to focus on shooting. Get to those buildings!
Easy for you to say.
Is that an EMP burster? I thought it was one of those
There's
EMP
a mine
things.
here!
Maybe we can use it to trip up some bots.
Cannot obtain because the hacking
use
game.
it
Oh,
on the
they
Lunar Digger.
they increase. Okay.
Move, you!
Dude.
Stay away from those dust clouds!
Did that just leave a robot, or did that robot just appear?
Look out for its target! I got him! Watch out! There's more!
What just shot? Oh, another one. There was a robot. Why does it keep attacking over and over again?
Get ready!
Okay, so some time.
Here it comes! Look
Oh.
out!
Right on! Back on!
Just you! Look out!
I went the wrong way. Really? I was sort of distracted.
So take this!
Here it comes! Look out!
Oh, so it wasn't supposed to get admin
Hold on.
privileges. Is that guy, that fucking reporter cunt? Was he trying to hack Edis? Might not be, but here's my theory: is that stupid fucking reporter cunt hacked into Edis, gave it admin privileges, so that, like, tried to befriend Edis. They gave it admin privileges so that he could fucking, like, get the dirt. We'll see. Of course, there's the guy who runs the whole thing, and it seems like he might be dodgy. We'll see. So there's a ban on Diana. Interesting.
Does this mean that someone's controlling Edis?
8 never told us that.
Well, if that's true, this may not end at Edis.
If there's someone controlling Edis, that means that, yeah, there's still that one area after. So we might, well, I don't know if we take down Edis, but yeah, we'll see what happens. What the fuck?
I'll hack a way out.
I have a feeling that wasn't meant to happen.
Thanks to you.
Be careful. Hugh, the entrance to the building is over there.
Is that a warehouse? Let's go find a way inside.
It's taking aim. Its sensors can track us, even from a distance. Get ready, this is spotted. Projectiles incoming. Hugh? Hugh!
Yeah, I was having a bad moment there. The fuck? That thing... Is it saying to do the drone thing?
Leave it to me next time, okay?
Talk about bad timing. You step out of the vault and into this mess.
But I'm having fun. I may not remember anything before the vault, but this has to be the most fun I've ever had. We get to go so many places. Hey, Hugh. You said that I need to be more careful, and that I should try not to get hurt. But what if there's something worse than getting hurt?
That's some heavy thinking right there. Well, I'm not sure what to say. Whenever I don't know what to do, I talk to a friend or ask for advice. But sometimes you just gotta do what's best in the moment, you know?
What's the point of a holographic fire anyway? Nice fire. Even though it's not a real fire, I can't stop watching. I bet I'd watch even longer if it were real. Hey, Hugh, can we try burning something? I want to check if it's like a real campfire.
Are you kidding? You trying to torch this place or what? Plus, if it all goes up in flames, where does that leave Cabin?
Oh, right. I forgot the shelter means a lot to them. I don't want to make them sad, so I'll stop then.
How come you always look like you're having...
I don't know. I'm just happy. Hugh, did you see the range on those gunner bot shots? They knew where we were even from so far away.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad if they weren't so good at it.
Missile spotted!
That worked really good.
Now we got a way across.
Yeah. Maybe those things are putting up some stairs around here. These bullets bounce right off. Close one. Thanks.
That's what I'm here for. From those dust clouds. Be careful. Missile spotted. Overdrive protocol at the ready. Look out!
Take this! Sorry about that!
I'll hack a way out.
Just in time!
I did it! Preparation complete!
Okay, where to next?
There's something up ahead.
Let's check it out.
Got it!
An impeccable choice. We are honored to provide one of our greatest goods. An impeccable choice. We are honored to provide one of our great... We hope you enjoy your purchase.
I'll wait until I have day 3 before continuing reading what the infiltration guide is. So.
one now, Tin Can. Take this! Take this!
Oh, if only we had a unit that could delete nodes. Get ready. Linking the enemy.
Back off!
Incoming.
Check. Take this! Take this! How you like this?
Careful.
Take this!
It's like they're swarming up. Overdrive protocol initiated.
Let's do this!
Careful, they're hot.
Check. Take this!
Sensors down.
Bullets bounce right off.
Look out.
Right on. Take this!
Hacking potential increased. It's like they're swarming up.
John, take this! Here.
Ooh, shiny. There. gem. Phew, let's check it out.
All right, all right.
Just resetting that, moving those things around because yeah, there's an item back there I want to get. I think there's an item before it gets locked. I'll see. Never mind.
I wonder what that is. Look out! Sensors down. I got it! Get ready!
It's my turn.
Careful, they're hot! Phew! Passing potential increased. Keep bots up enough and they'll shut down. Wow! More limb!
Look at all these containers. I wonder if they're all filled with limb.
The material inside seems fresh. Nothing refined like lunafilament.
Figures. More moon dirt. I was hoping we could take some back to the shelter.
I'm detecting a mod. Gotta get them all, right? Let's go grab it.
Well, when you put it that way, how can I resist?
This will make my pack. Use this to keep baddies up, then burn them down. Use this when you're ready for some heavy hacking.
To ensure safety, access to this storage area is restricted to authorized personnel only. Bots, please remove our uninvited guests.
Stop skittering around!
Here it comes! Look out!
Yeah!
Get ready!
I hope you... Step off! Take this!
Be careful!
Take this!
Suboptimal results detected. Defender, please expedite the process.
What the hell's that shield?
I think it's the EM system trying to protect the others. Oh, my hacking is disabled.
Tell us again?
No, it's jamming me with its shield. Incoming. Look out for breakers. Yay!
Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just thought something was going on with my audio. It's alright. Yeah, it's all good.
Got it! Picking up a mod close by.
Any idea what it does?
Come on, we'll know when we get there. I was hoping we'd find this.
Oh, wow. Sorry, I don't mean to be an asshole. It's just... Yeah, I knew that it was going to be... I said it before in the first video, like, what's the bet? That it's based on someone's daughter.
So the doctor had a daughter.
Daisy.
That name ring a bell?
I think when I got the stop code from 8, I also got some data from her memory. Dr. Higgins made us both to help with his research.
So he's the one that created Pragmata.
Back in 2 seconds. Yeah, it's just had to go to take a leak and check some stuff. I also turned the fan on, so hopefully that doesn't start blowing into the mic. I just realised those Invisibots, I'd forgotten about them actually, but yeah, they haven't been showing up, but doesn't mean they won't. What's the point of moving this? Is this just here for the fuck of it? Or could we get up here? Ah. Oops.
Missile spotted!
Right on!
Wait.
Take that!
Break its shield!
Damn shield won't break!
Shoot the floating ground thing! That's the generator! Move, you! Let's heat things up. Get ready.
Back on!
You!
Take this!
Work smarter, not harder.
Bingo!
More containers with panels. That seems like your kind of thing.
Why?
I mean, it's all hacking and puzzles and stuff, right?
No. Matrix code conversion isn't a puzzle. I have to analyze and then substantiate the underlying...
Okay, I get it.
him! Should we take a break?
No more boxes.
Maybe we could use that mining rig to get across.
That thing's supposed to be a mining rig?
Unauthorized access to cradle equipment detected. Find and eliminate the threat.
I can't believe Edith lugged a bunch of bots over here just to fight. Right on.
Overdrive protocol, on standby. Splitting the pipe.
Check. Take this. Guess it's my turn. It's over.
Deploying air raider support.
Ugh, if only we had a unit to delete nodes.
I owe you.
Get ready. Tracker missile. I got him.
How you like this?
Look out. Careful, they're hot. Target, trying to attack you. Knock to the side. Yes.
Oh, crap. You're going down. Take this.
realised my speaker wasn't open. Freeze is good.
That rig was kind of fun.
Fun? We were almost torn to pieces.
Should we take a break? Back here again, safe and snug. Air raiders really zoom around fast, huh? I wish I could fly.
You probably could. You flap your lips enough. If you're gonna gab, then stay down here on your own 2 feet.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Plus, if I flew away, we wouldn't be able to talk. That'd be bad.
Diana, how you holding up?
Well, a quick scan shows all my systems are operating normally.
So, I guess you're doing okay.
With this, I'll catch butterflies, birds, and maybe even a cat. Wait for me! Huh? Stay still! Yeah. Okay, here's my chance. Ugh. No, I missed. I can't catch anything. You ever catch something with a net?
I'd scoop up fish down at the river. And I even caught a snake in my yard once.
A snake?
It wasn't poisonous or anything. I lifted it up and just tossed it away.
I think I'll pass on snakes.
Diana, how you holding up?
Well, a quick...
So,
Oh, I just thought of the perfect hiding place. You're never gonna find me. I'm ready. Wow, you're so good at this. Aw, I was sure you wouldn't find me there.
So let's see, it's like a bedroom. And this is like a classroom. Or a birthday place? Yeah, this is like bedroom, classroom, maybe. Outdoors.
I've been playing with that.
I wonder. Try to think of what the fourth area would be. No, I can't think of anything. Well, if that's a birthday place and not a classroom, maybe the last one is an actual classroom.
how come you always look like...
I don't know. I'm just
New training data has arrived. Be sure to give it a try. We wish you a happy shelter life.
I gotta reach out to their families when I'm back home.
Whose families?
My teams. They deserve to know. I couldn't save them. I don't know how to tell them they're gone. Thanks, kids.
I wasn't there, but don't think it was disrespect.
I know. It's just...
Overdrive protocol. This place is floating up!
Right on!
Be careful! Here it comes again!
It's on now! Take this!
I'm looking for the red keycard room. It's apparently near the Terradome entrance, but I don't know. Oop.
I wonder what... that is.
Oh, Hanami. It's a Japan thing, I think.
Hanami? What's that?
Bunch of people under a cherry tree having a good old time.
Whoa, that sounds like fun!
Give me 2 seconds, I gotta look this up. Hold on. Giving internet not giving me fucking answers. The thing is I did a fucking
Belfast hooked up some lightning controlling tech or whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Always sunny skies when I go out.
You can control the weather, too?
Nah. I guess I'm just lucky. Although, I always end up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That doesn't sound lucky to me.
Hey, I'm still standing, aren't I?
The last time I went through B.
Here they come again! Look out! Overdrive protocol, on standby.
son of a... Yes! I owe you. Leave the shooting to me.
Here it comes! Look out!
Step off!
Move, you!
Skitter me, son of a...
Here it comes! Look out!
Is that it?
This is probably it. I thought I had a red key card, but I don't. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to go through B that time. My bad.
Jump, Q! Q! Fight! Fight!
Check. Take this!
Be careful!
Take this! Take this!
Get ready!
Take this!
You like sweets, don't you, Hugh?
Sure. Not like I'm the only one.
Then what's your favorite?
I want to say donuts, but gotta go with brownies. And if you put some ice cream on top, oh, I'm in heaven. Maybe add a little whipped cream and... Man, I'm getting hungry.
I want to try some too.
Wait, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Here's the shelter. I don't want to go back to the shelter, but I have to. Can't believe I'm out of gate keys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have quite the eye organ. Satisfaction level maximum. Glad we could be of assistance.
Oh, all right. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna stop here for a bit. Sorry, it's been a bit of a fucky stream this one, but yeah, it's just don't know. A little bit pissed off that I'm trying to think where I must have used the red key. Oh, I used it there, didn't I? Yeah. Damn it. Hello, Suwei. I love you. You give me a look that says meh. Hold on, just want to check something. Sure. I'm just looking if any of the rewards is a red key gate card. Okay, so Nexus Tower. Oh no, hold on. Block is Nexus Tower. Sector Lunum Mines. So I just gotta say something just quick. So, and this is in no way having a go at video games and stuff, because video games are video games, and that's fine. But here's the thing about the moon, like, there isn't going to be lunar filament. There isn't going to be any of this stuff on the moon. I know people can say, oh, how do you know that? And I go, I know that because for those who don't know, like, okay, firstly, and I'm going to be harsh here and someone's going to be pissed off with me for this, but okay, there is... The Earth is billions of years old. If you're one of those people who believes the Earth is 6,000 years old or whatever, okay, you're not part of this conversation. You can't have a serious conversation.
We'll be
because
here. If you need
you believe in
us,
fairy tales. You believe in unicorns and fairy tales and whatever. And I don't have time to deal with that shit because it's just stupid. But the point is that when people to have a serious conversation is this. When the universe started, so you might have heard this before. We're all made of stardust. We're all space stuff. We're all from the sun. When the sun formed, it ejected a shitload of material, and that material became the planets and moons and all that sort of stuff. We technically will not find, there is a almost 99% certainty that we won't discover anything new in our solar system. That's why going to another solar system, well, we wouldn't be going to a solar system technically, because solar system is Sol. The name of the sun is Sol, Sol. Okay, so we are in the solar system. When we go to another system, that's the Alpha Centauri system or the whatever, okay, or a star system, and then you have all of the stars make up the galaxy. So when people talk about, discovering stuff on the moon, sorry, the moon is one of two things. It's either an impact with the Earth. Right, Sue? Sorry, my cat's hawking up. I think no, she's having just having a breathy thing. So, the Earth, when it was forming, so during the first stages of the universe, there's all these masses colliding with each other. Okay, and some of them had a lot of matter, a lot of mass, like the bigger planets, and some had a little bit of mass, like the smaller planets. When the universe finished, by the time it finished forming, many of these collisions, so you got to think of it like, what's that game, the one where you're like a little, it was on, I can't remember the name of it, but it's where you're like a small dot, and you eat dots, and then when you meet other players, if you're bigger than them, you can consume them, but you move slower when you get bigger. But you can absorb, like, basically, it's like, amoeba in a jar sort of thing. That's basically what was happening with the planets, right? When the bigger masses were falling into orbit, if they collided with another mass, theoretically, and we have evidence that this doesn't always happen, because it depends on your density and what you're made of and what's going on and blah, 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 blah. But basically, the bigger ones would absorb the smaller ones. But sometimes the smaller ones would not, I don't want to say get away, but would not get completely consumed, basically. And those smaller parts that wouldn't get consumed generally formed moons. Okay? So, as much as we've mostly confirmed that the moon was a collision and then it fell into Earth's orbit, because Earth had enough gravity to force it into Earth's orbit, we don't actually 100% know that, right? There's a possibility that an asteroid, meteorite, whatever, hit the Earth. I keep mixing them up. It's an asteroid, and then when it enters the atmosphere, it's a meteorite. Is that right? I can't remember. No, I think I'm getting that completely wrong. It's a meteor, and then it becomes yeah. I don't always know the terms. I have to look them up. Like, I know them, and then I forget them, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know them every minute of every day. I apologize for not being a genius on this stuff. I'm not an expert in these fields. But the basic premise is that there's a possibility, though, that the Earth was so volatile that part of it got ejected, right? Which can also happen. Long story short, the moon was either part of Earth or was something impacting the Earth, but it's something that would have just formed into the Earth. Okay? It didn't because it left our gravitational field, left our atmosphere, right? And became the moon. The problem is that like all the other planets in our solar system, there's a very, very, very low chance, like next to zero basically, that we'll discover anything specifically new. And what I want to be clear on this, what I mean by that is like a new element. Okay, so you probably heard about like Coming Tonight. Coming Tonight is an element that was discovered in the town of Cummington, and it's actually found all over the world now, I think. There's actually another one, hold on. There's a town that's in Germany. Is it Germany? Or is it Danish? Anyway, it's a town that's inside of a crater, right? And it's pretty cool. So look it up. It's a European town inside of a crater. That town has a mineral that's only found there. However, if you break down that mineral into its base elements, right, it's stuff that we already have, like on the periodic table of the elements, okay? So people mix this shit up all the time, right? You've probably heard that graphite is carbon. Graphite, carbon. Diamonds, carbon. Fucking humans have carbon. This is the thing that people need to understand. It's carbon in different forms. But if you break down a diamond into its basic elements, it's just carbon. Okay? Carbon is common. It's so fucking common, humans are made out of it. Trees are made out of it. Fucking most of the life forms on Earth are carbon based. Okay? Which means that they've got a majority carbon as their structure. So is that right? I might be macking up those words. Because that's the thing, when you start getting into the scientific stuff, like I say structure, it might not actually mean structure. But anyway, point is that we find new minerals, but we don't find new elements. And that's where people fuck this shit up, because they go, oh, what if we discover a mineral on Earth that could contain blah-de-blah, or do blah-de-blah. And it's not that that can't happen, it's just that we can learn from nature, definitely, and we have, and we still do. But the idea that we just go to another planet and discover an entirely new element is just generally not going to happen. Okay, and that's an important distinction that people need to make, and they don't. They think that, oh, we're going to go find some mystical metal or whatever. Now, that's not anything against this game. It's a great game, but the science is completely wrong, right? The moon. Part of the reason we don't go back to the moon, like people keep saying, why don't we go back to the moon? Why don't we go back to the moon? Because there's no special source, right? There's nothing on the moon that we can't find here on Earth. And that's important to understand. It's extremely important to understand because, again, it sucks, but we're not going to find something, and I guess this game does talk about, lunar filament having a different structure, but it is treating it as a new element. And that's the thing about elements, is that it's not that we can't discover new ones. I mean, we've made elements, just for the record. But, yeah, it's one of those things where you have to understand, and again, I'm oversimplifying it massively. But, yeah, there's... Oh, she's on a skateboard. I was thinking, what the hell? She's sliding backwards.
Hey there, Hugh.
She's gonna do that every time.
Someday I'll be a skateboarding pro. I'm not super good yet, but I'm trying.
Yeah, I've had this
Good to me.
conversation.
Skating's pretty cool once you get the hang of it.
Really? You think that's cool?
Yeah.
No, then I've got work to do.
Okay, she said that one before. Let's go flowers. But yeah, it's one of those things where understanding the difference between, you know. Anyway, sorry to.
Were these the ones from the Terror Dome?
Yeah, I don't want to bust anyone's bubble, but you know.
What's that? Mr. Bugnet!
Mr. What?
You never know when a kitty could just pop out of nowhere. So I should carry a net, so I can catch one next time.
You better think twice before swinging a net at a cat.
But why? They're really fast. I can't grab them with my hands.
Cats don't take kindly to being cornered. You gotta earn their trust. Only then can you be their friend. So just be patient and see if they'll come around on their own.
Okay, I'll try.
But yeah, so just it's that thing where have an imagination. Like people say, oh, you're stifling imagination. It's like have imagination. The problem is that people, fucking stupid people, sometimes people with money and resources and power, waste our resources and power on bullshit. And the reason that's a problem is that if we start taking resources and wasting them wholesale, you know, which we've already done. I'm going to talk about Elon Musk. Elon Musk has wasted a ton of resources. He has cost us parts of our future. He is a piece of shit. Okay? He is actually a piece of shit. He has wasted tons of resources, and some of those resources he's sent into space, so we'll never get them back here on Earth. And that's the problem, right? That cunt has set humanity back. And everyone says, oh, but he's had all these discoveries. Everything that his discoveries have already been theorized. And you can say, oh, he's proven them. And it's like, we didn't need him to prove them. Okay? That's the thing. Everyone who talks about, oh, the mountains of discovery. And I go, okay, now go ask actual scientists who aren't being paid, who are not paid shills, and don't have a fucking, you know, boner for Elon Musk's. Or are trying to just get some Elon Musk money, you know, get that bag, as Americans love to say. And you learn, they go, yeah, there's tons of resources that are being wasted on basically a guy just saying, I want to try this, I want to try that. And it's like, huh. And that's the thing, is it's fine to have an imagination. This game is not wasting resources, that's the point, right? I mean, you know, people could make that argument here and there and everywhere, but there are fucking idiots like Elon Musk who would play this game. I mean, he doesn't play games, he pays other people to play games, but if he played this game and then got it in his head, he'd be like, yeah, we need to go to the moon to find lunar filament, because it could be there. It's like, I'm not saying it's impossible for us to find anything on the moon that's not here on Earth, but everything, that was the thing, we brought all these moon rocks back hoping that they would contain something new, and they didn't. Because guess what? The moon was created when the Earth was created, so it has everything the Earth had. It got ejected from the same sun. That's why if we go to another star, we might find new stuff, right? Because it's a different star. Like, you know, I think Alpha Centauri is the same color as our sun, but there's other suns that are different colors. And so there's an idea that those suns could have different elements or different structures to elements to allow us to design new stuff. Like, I'm talking about synthesizing stuff. That's the thing with carbon. That's why we can synthesize diamonds. You know? That's why we can synthesize so many things. The reason we don't synthesize everything, I mean, there's things like food and stuff like that, which is a bit different, but we can synthesize tons of shit. It's the amount of energy required versus acquisition. And that's why a lot of people don't get it. They're like, why don't we just make our own blah blah blah? Like, why don't we make our own iron? Why don't we make our own this or make our own that? Like, we have the ability to make diamonds. Like, why can't we, you know, do this? It's like, we can actually, or some things we can't, but there are things we can actually do theoretically as the species humans. Like, I'm talking about collectively. But the amount of electricity, when I say energy, I'm really talking electricity, required is so high that the output is so low, it's like, yeah, no point in doing that. Like, that would just be a waste of resources. We would spend more resources, we would spend more iron building the forge, and it would take 100 or 1,000 years to produce enough iron to make up for it. Like, that's a hypothetical. That's not an actual, like, literal. Someone out there's going to quote me on that. It's going to be like, sorry, I meant, like, hypothetically. But, you know, and then the amount of energy required, and the amount of this and that, and that's what it really comes down to. So if you're ever sitting there one day and thinking, like, oh, we could do all this stuff, it's like, you're absolutely right, we can. It's the output that comes into it. It's the law of diminishing returns. And that's the thing that a lot of people can't get through their fucking skull. They just can't fucking comprehend that shit ain't easy, and sitting there and daydreaming is fine, but there's a point where you have to understand the reality. And that's why when people say fucking stupid shit, I get, you know, I'm like, cool, that's fine, have your stupid shit. But then you have someone like Elon Musk and others who come along, and we're talking about scammers as well, stuff like that. You know, a classic example is when, you know, this is one of the biggest scams that people get stuck on. I'm sorry, I'm not playing the game, and I should be. But one of the biggest scams that I get stuck on at the moment is seawater batteries and seed batteries. Okay? So every couple of years, there's like a big push, and you'll hear it. Oh, we got this brand new battery technology where we use seawater or we use salt water, right? Or sodium batteries. Here's the deal. Sodium batteries have been, firstly, they've been around for over 100 fucking years. Okay? And just for the record, sodium, which is salt, right? See, salt is a structure, is a mineral created from sodium. Okay? Sodium, we've done tons of shit with sodium. When people say, oh, let's do this fucking, you know, let's go do a fucking thing with sodium, like, you know, sodium batteries or whatever. It's like, cool, sodium batteries have been around for over 100 fucking years. We know about the ability to store energy. You've probably heard of electrolytes and stuff like that, you know, oh, electrolytes and energy in the body and blah, 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 blah. And that's fantastic. But to make a fucking battery for a car or your whatever, the amount of salt water you need, and the amount of electrolysis, and the amount of I'm just throwing out buzzwords, but it's all that kind of stuff, which I don't understand. But guess what? They've tried this. It doesn't work. Anyway, I'm off. You have a good one. Just leave you thinking with that. So, you know, do your research before you get sucked into a fucking scam. And yes, there are people out there who only last year, 2025, a fucking millionaire, unnamed millionaire, because a lot of the millionaires and billionaires are not, they don't openly, you know, if you look at the top 100 fortunes list or whatever, half of the names are like anonymous. The real list, the list that we get given, is always got everyone's name on it, right? That's why they always try to, like, oh, the top 100 celebrities or the top 100 or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of these people who don't put their name out there. Here's the deal, right? One of those people, who I don't know where he fits into the list of stuff, he lost $100 million, right? Sorry, him and 3 others, but he was one of the biggest contributors. I think he put in half of the money. I think it was like, near half. I think it was 47 million, somewhere around that. 40-something million dollars into salt batteries, right? And sorry, there was $100 million was raised. There were 4 main people who are suing those group. Those people tried to cut and run, and they dragged them into a courtroom. They'll never see their money. And the whole thing was a scam. And everyone, like, this guy actually went to his friend, who was like a scientist-y type person, and said, salt batteries. And his friend said, it's a scam. He said, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he said, it's a scam. It's always a scam. Or it's people who think they're inventing something new or doing it a new way or whatever. It's like, it doesn't work that way, right? You can't get the energy out that you want. Like, it's not... If you wanted it for small application, fine. I had a little remote control car thing. That was for Initial D, by the way. And it was and you literally have like a strip, and you put it in salt water. Like, you get salt and put it in water. It has instructions. And then you take a thing and drip it on the back, and then the little car drives around. Not, like, you can remote control it, right? Actually, no, I think it just drives in a straight line on its own. I did have little race cars, but I think those actually, you had to charge those. Yeah, those charge. Sorry, I'm mixing up. There was a whole bunch of Initial D little remote control cars. But there was one that runs on salt, right? And it only drives like for 5 seconds or whatever. But the thing is that you look at that and go, wow, why can't we put that into a car? And I go, cool, you would need 5 Olympic-sized swimming pools to power your car, just to push your fucking car, like that much energy. And who's got 5 Olympic-sized swimming pools just to fucking do that? You know what I mean? Like, the scale difference is huge. And people look at you and go, oh. It's like, yeah. Like, here's the thing. It's when you get to that stuff where it looks like it works on paper until you start doing the scaling up. And that's the same with the salt battery. It looks good on paper, but then you have to scale it to a real-world application. And then it's like, oh, fuck. Who's got room for 50 tons of equipment when we can get a battery that's only 3 ton to put in a car or whatever application you want to use? And that's the thing. It's not worth, it's the diminishing returns. And it so often you just sit there going like, dude, do your fucking due diligence, or just do basic mathematics. Like, that's the scary part. The basic mathematics. You know? Oh, this 1 gram, like, it would have been, like, the car would have weighed about 2 or 3 grams, if that. Right? And you drop a little bit of salt on it, like salt water, and then it drives for 5 seconds. So 2 grams at 5 seconds. Okay, now turn that into a ton. How many drops of water do you need now? Right? And also, the little plastic gears inside, there's no turning or steering control. There's no human sitting in the fucking thing. You know what I mean? If you can't see the problem, I don't know what to fucking say. But that's the thing. And this is why people get scammed by these ideas. So when people talk about salt batteries, and by the way, I'm talking about salt power on that little car. Salt batteries are supposed to be self-generating power, blah, 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 blah. All this crap. And it's like, But we've known about sodium and salt and electrolysis and electrolytes and all that sort of stuff for over a century. This is not new technology or new understanding or new study. So, you made a breakthrough? Huh? Now, someone will then point out, oh, but what about... And I go, whoa, 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 wait up. What technology created that? Here's a classic one. We've had LEDs, or light-emitting diodes, for over 100 years. Right? Now, our TVs are made of them. The TV screen that I'm playing this on, if you're watching this, you know, most likely you're watching it on a LED TV, right? But why is it that we didn't make TVs out of LEDs earlier? We went with CRT, and then we went with LCD, and we went with LCD. This is the thing, they say LCD, LED. It's not really LCD, from what I understand. I think that was just like... Yeah, now they just say LED. We went with plasma and all these other things. Rear projection. Okay, here's the deal. Part of the reason we didn't use the LEDs is because we didn't have the control boards to be able to control... Because the way that LCD works is... Okay, I don't fully know how LCD works, but I know that basically it's not the same process. People think that, like, each of these things uses a completely different process to create images, right? Or relatively different. right? In some cases. But yeah, the way LEDs are is each light is individually controlled and becomes that color. That's why it's so clear, because it's actually that color. Whereas with LCD, it's roughly that color, sort of. A gross oversimplification, but yeah, it's how it warms and cools and all that sort of stuff. Whereas with LEDs, it becomes that color, so to speak. Okay, that's why you get like the sharp color changes and stuff like that. Like look at those trees up there. When you, I mean that's filmed with warm light. It's not a good example, but like you look at this character here. Cabin. You can see like that looks like a computer screen and it's visual and that and all this sort of stuff. It's like really accurate. That stuff is because we had the LEDs, but we needed the control boards. We needed the ability to switch colors. So if I go like this or this, like as I'm moving the camera around, each of those colors has to be changed. Either those two little tiny LED lights has to change from red to grey, red to yellow. I'm looking at the side of the screen. So where the basketball hoop is, right? It has to change to yellow, then red, then grey, then white. So if you're just looking at the right-hand side of the screen, is what I'm talking about. And blue for that monitor and the clouds. Like, all of those little lights are changing colour at the speed that I'm turning the screen, right? Now, there's also the processing of the system and all that, but I'm just talking about just the LEDs themselves in my screen, which is completely separate to my PlayStation. It's just the fucking screen. It could be, I could plug an Xbox in and then it would be doing the same fucking thing. It's a monitor, by the way. My monitor, all of that controls and electricity, the boards that can switch all of those colors around to what they are. We didn't have that 100 years ago. We didn't have that 50 years ago. We didn't have that 30 years ago, right? We had a system that could theoretically do it, but not at that speed. It would be like, each light would have to, each section would have to change color, and you'd just be like really rough. Like the refresh rate would be in seconds, not microseconds. And that's the thing. It's that we have this technology, then we have a better way to utilize the technology, right? The thing is that's not the same as, I can get this battery to just work. What we've done is we've miniaturized and created better systems. There's a whole bunch of control units and fucking, I don't even know what exactly it is, but there's controllers inside the system. When I say controller, you're thinking like a remote, a lot of people think of like a game controller. I'm talking about controllers as in like serial bus, whatever it is, controlling each section of the screen, and how many lights are there, and then what it's got to display. In order to get that whole system to work, I'll leave you. Sorry, I was going to say before. Okay, I'll leave you with this last one. Okay, here's something interesting to think about. In the movie, in 1991-92, I mean, technically even earlier than that, but because don't forget the script was written before the movie was made. In Terminator 2, the Terminator, the Miles Dyson, is making a cell processor. The cell processor that he was discussing, right? They knew about cell processors, or that we would one day be able to build them, right? So they were already dreamed up. They were dreamed up in at least 1984. In fact, 1983. There's a publication in 1983 that you can look it up online. Might take a while to find it, but unless you get lucky. But there was a magazine that was discussing future technologies, and they were talking about cell processors. They were talking about gigabytes and terabytes and all of those things that we didn't see for over a decade later. Okay, the PlayStation 3 runs on a cell processor, and just for the record, the PlayStation 3 cell processor, what they're discussing, what that system has, that is exactly what was being discussed. The only thing that's different between the theoretical that was in Terminator and the reality, and I'm not talking about Skynet and all that, I'm just talking about the physical being able to process that much data with a cell processor and how fast they'd be able to work, was we did not have the multi-threading and those kinds of technologies. We didn't know... We knew that we would get to the cell processor. We didn't know how we'd get there. So the breakthroughs came when we realized that, oh, we can do this, and we have this, and we have that, and we can do this, and we can part with this system, and this thing, and that thing. But the idea of that level of miniaturization, that level of computing power, we knew we would get there. We just didn't know how we didn't have the associated technologies. Okay? I know this is going to sound weird, but it's like this. It's like having the ability to know about a parachute, but you haven't invented, like, a strong enough material to hold you. I mean, we did have that, by the way. We did. I'm trying to think of a way to think of it. Like, imagine we hadn't created string yet, but we knew about the parachute. So we knew about building a canopy that could catch the air and slow a person down, but we didn't know about, like, rope. Well, I was going to say string, like the straps to strap it to our body. That's what we were missing. Then we invented the strap. Oh, now we can pair the parachute with the person. I obviously know that the strap came out thousands of years before. This is just a hypothetical, like, thought. Like, this is try and put it into your head. We had the one element, but we didn't have the other. We had the ability to know that we would have the cell processor as a final result, and its processing power, at least, like, the theoretical processing power. We didn't have the systems required to power the system and make it actually function. And that's the thing. So when people talk about salt batteries, though, they go, we just need the associated technologies, right? We have the canopy, we got to invent the strap. And it's like, there is no strap. Because the technology itself is flawed on a fundamental level. Right? We can't... Salt batteries will never work because it just will not have the thing. And even if we get a fundamental working, it'll be so fucking huge you won't be able to put it into a system. You can't miniaturize it. Because once you miniaturize it, like people talk about miniaturizing batteries, you can't miniaturize a battery. You can make a smaller battery, but you can't make a smaller battery with the same power as a bigger battery with all of the same features. Now people will say, oh, what about heavy duty batteries? And I go, yeah, heavy duty batteries discharge faster. That's why a heavy-duty battery has a shorter shelf life. If you go to the store, next time you go to look at batteries, pick up a normal battery, and it will say expiry in 5, 10, 15 years, whatever it is. And you pick up a heavy-duty battery, and it's like expires in a year. Yeah. You can't actually miniaturize a battery. I had a friend of mine, we were discussing this, and she thought you could. We Googled it. And the thing is that, and this is before Google AI, by the way, she was like, yeah, look, you can do this and that. And I go, that's a heavy-duty battery. That's not what I'm talking about. I just said you can't have the same features in a smaller battery, right? Even though, by the way, Tesla has sold this lie for years. But just before we go any further, if you use a different technology in the battery, so if you have a lithium battery or an alkaline battery or a I can't remember the other one. Sure, but that's a completely different type of battery. So you're not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing apples to oranges. And here's the thing. You are comparing apples to oranges, just for that record. It's not chalk and cheese. So chalk and cheese are two completely different things. It's like talking about a battery and then talking about a power unit. It's like a power unit generates electricity. A battery stores electricity. That's chalk and cheese. Apples and oranges, they're both fruit. They're two types of batteries. Yes, one can store more power and do blah, blah, blah. But that's the thing. You're not... When you say, oh, this battery stores more than this battery, and I go, whoa, you just changed the rules. What I'm talking about is you can't miniaturize a lithium battery and then have the same amount of power as the bigger battery. Right? The same features. You might have the same amount of storage power, like the same amount of power within it, but it's discharging 3 times faster, which means that it won't last as long. You now have to use it in a completely different application. And that's where people start getting hung up on it, because they're like, oh, we can miniaturize batteries. No, you can build a smaller battery. It'll have smaller capacity. You can So when people talk about fast charging, you fast charge the battery. Cool, it discharges faster too. So all these people are fast charging their cars, sitting it in storage for 2 months, go to drive it and it's flat. Oh, but I only charged it 2 months ago. It's like, yeah, you fast charged it. And it discharged fast. And everyone says I'm crazy. Oh, you're full of shit, you don't know what you're talking about. I go, cool, it's alright, fine, whatever. And then they go and Google it. And then they go, oh, I didn't know that. And they go, I know, because most people don't know how batteries work. And by the way, I'm oversimplifying it. There's a lot more to it than that. But that's the joke. When people talk about, oh, we can miniaturize, it's like miniaturization is very different to making a smaller version of something. Okay? Miniaturization is when you get the same outcome from a smaller construction. Or smaller or better outcome. But if you miniaturize something and it loses its overall, it loses its features, that's not really miniaturization. It's a form of, but it's not the same. Anyway, something to think about. You have a good one.